Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 2. We would like to present to you the topic analysis of trade imbalance issue during COVID-19 in Malaysia.
The COVID-19 pandemic started in late 2019 has greatly affected economies around the world, including Malaysia, as countries implemented lockdowns and restrictions to stop the virus from spreading. Global trade faced many challenges. Malaysia, which relies heavily on trade, saw big changes. The pandemic impacted different sectors like manufacturing and services, causing ups and downs in exports and imports. These changes directly affected Malaysia's trade balance, showing weaknesses in supply chains and reliance on global markets. As you can see, the infographic from the Department of Statistics Malaysia highlights the external trade statistic for April 2020. Exports decreased by 23.8%, while imports declined by 8%. This brought the total trade down by 60.4%, resulting in a trade balance deficit that increased by 132.3%. These challenges highlight the need for Malaysia to overcome its dependence on external markets and diversify its economy.
I want to talk about three factors that cause trade imbalance in COVID-19, which is global economic condition, production cost and supply chain, and income level. Global economic condition. Global economic conditions have a significant impact on business and industry around the world. Economic stability, credit rates, inflation, and currency exchange rates are the main factors that affect consumer spending, investment, and overall economic activity. For example, during period of economic expansion, increased consumer confidence and higher disposable income typically drive demand for goods and services. Conversely, during economic downturns, reduced spending and investment can lead to lower levels of production and profits. In addition, global economic conditions affect international trade, impacting import and export costs, which in turn affect the price and availability of product in different markets. The second is production costs and supply chains. Production costs and supply chains are important components of business operation. These factors determine the efficiency and cost-effectiveness of producing goods and services. The main elements that affect the cost of production include the price of raw materials, labor costs, energy expenditure, and technological progress. An efficient supply chain ensures timely delivery of raw materials and finished products, minimizing delays and reducing costs. Disruption in the supply chain, such as those caused by geopolitical tensions, natural disasters or epidemics, can lead to increased production costs and inventory shortage. Companies must continually optimize their production process and supply chain management to remain competitive and meet customer demand. Lastly, income level. Income level plays an important role in determining consumer behavior and market dynamics. Higher income levels usually lead to increased consumer spending as individuals has more disposable income to purchase goods and services. This in turn drive demand and stimulates economic growth. Conversely, lower income levels can result in reduced spending, affecting business and slowing economic activity. Income inequality also affects market simulation, with different income groups having different spending patterns and preferences. Understanding their revenue and distribution level help businesses tailor their product, pricing strategy, and marketing effort to effectively target a specific consumer segment.
Next is the effect of trade imbalance. Trade imbalance is defined as the difference between a country's export and import can have a very significant effect on an economy. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a profound impact on global trade, and Malaysia is not exception. This has a three effect of trade imbalance. Effect number one is economic contraction. Malaysia GDP contracted by 5.6% in 2020 due to decreased export revenue and restricted economic activity caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Malaysia's trade performance reflected the economic downturn with decrease in food export and import, reduced global demand for Malaysian food, coupled with supply chain disruption, contribute to low export revenues. The contraction in economic activity led to job losses across multiple sectors, resulting in higher employment rate. The effect number three is inflation. The pandemic caused significant disruption in global and domestic supply chains, leading to the shortage of raw material and energy goods. This restriction increased production costs, which were often passed on to consumers in the form of higher price. The Department of Statistics Malaysia reported that the producer price index (PPI) increased during the pandemic, indicating rising production costs. Businesses face high costs for inputs such as raw material, labor, and transportation. Higher import costs due to currency depreciation contribute to raising price for imported goods, further driving to inflation. The last effect is currency depreciation and volatility. The trade deficit and economic uncertainty exerted downward pressure of the Malaysian ringgit, leading to depreciation and increased volatility. This made imports more expensive, contributing to inflation. Malaysia's economy relied heavily on export, especially in sectors like electronics, palm oil, and petroleum. The pandemic causes a sharp decline in global demand for this product, reducing export revenue and increasing pressure on the ringgit. Malaysia's GDP contracted by 5.6% in 2020, the worst performance since the ASEAN financial crisis. This led to reduced investor confidence and flight, which contributed to the depreciation of the ringgit. Lockdown and movement restriction dependent consumer spending and investment, further weakening the economic outlook and the currency. So we will see that enhancing economic resilience and maintaining investor confidence will be key to mitigating currency risk and promoting sustainable economic growth.
Malaysia faced a major economic crisis due to COVID-19, which was declared a pandemic in early 2020. Starting March 18, the government imposed movement control order, which is MCO, as COVID cases increased. This disrupted trade, causing export to drop in the first 5 months of 2020. To tackle this issue and support the economy, there are 3 solutions how Malaysian government took various actions. Firstly is support for SMEs. In Malaysia, SMEs are businesses with paid-up capital of 2.5 million or less. To support these crucial exporters, the government provided training, financial aid and funding. Since May 2020, more SMEs could fully reopen boosting trade. On April 1st, 2022, Malaysia reopened its border, helping travel and tourism, SMEs and reducing the services trade deficit. This step aims to protect jobs, keep businesses running and strengthen exports. Second is diversifying export markets and products. During the pandemic, Malaysia boosted export to China and the US, decreasing reliance on Thailand, Japan, Singapore and Hong Kong. From January to May 2020, export to China rose from 9.5% to 15%. To rely less on the US and Europe, Malaysia explored new markets in the Asia, Africa and Latin America. This included exporting to countries like Ghana and Kenya. The government supported SMEs by focusing on exporting sought-after goods such as electronics, rubbers and palm oil products. Lastly is attracting foreign direct investment (FDI). During the COVID-19 pandemic, Malaysia attracted FDI to balance trade disruption. It focused on sectors like green technology and digital innovation, aiming to become Asian digital hub and diversify its economy by drawing investment from various countries and promoting high-tech industries. Malaysia seeks to strengthen its economy and reduce trade imbalance caused by the pandemic. Recommendation for trade imbalance. Malaysia should avoid imposing new trade barriers like tariff or quotas on import. This support international cooperation and free trade, essential for economic recovery. Malaysia can collaborate with other countries to reduce existing trade imbalance and promote global economic stability amid the pandemic challenges, fostering international cooperation.
Method of addressing global imbalances through collective reform effort with reduce excessive borrowing and foreign investment. Malaysia should work with other countries to decrease excessive borrowing and foreign investment, which can worsen trade imbalances. The government can raise the saving rate and limit foreign investment in specific industries to reduce excessive borrowing and foreign investment.
In conclusion, the COVID-19 pandemic survey's impact on Malaysia's trade performance, resulting in the first trade deficit in over 2 decades, highlights significant vulnerabilities in the global economic landscape. The decline in export, combined by a slower reduction in imports, underscore the necessity for Malaysia to diversify its market, strengthen local production, and embrace digital threats. Policies maker and economists must focus on building a resilient economic structure capable of withstanding future shock by supporting affected sector, diversifying export market, and exchange supply chains resilience. This crisis serves as a critical learning point for refining trade models and ensuring economic stability in the face of global disruption.